One word you would use to describe Derrick Rose.
Hall of Fame.
Lane, down the lane, scoop it. Stop it! I want to go higher! That's what I'm talking about right there! That's your point guard, Neil Funk, going upstairs to get...
They called him the Windy City Assassin, a blur of fury and grace who was built in Chicago's toughest neighborhood to be its brightest savior. He reached the pinnacle faster than anyone in history, only to have the very ground he ran on betray him. This isn't just a basketball story. This is a human story about the weight of hope, the solitude of pain, and the quiet strength it takes to rise again, not as you were, but as you are.
I just wanted to show people that I could hoop. I was obsessed with it, bro. I still see myself as Lil Pooh from Englewood, bro.
Our story is rooted in Englewood, a South Side Chicago neighborhood known more for its challenges than its champions. Here, Derrick Rose was raised by a fiercely protective single mother, Brenda, and his 3 older brothers.
Growing up, of course, people know I got 3 older brothers. My mom was everything of the house, the mom and the dad. We lived with my grandmother and my uncles at the time on 73rd and Paulina. Being from Chicago kind of you up a little bit, bro. Like, even stopping at stop signs, lights, you always have that thought in your mind that today might be your day. I mean, it was tough. Like I always say, a lot of tough love at the time. I knew I was growing up. Living conditions was at the time. I knew that we were struggling. I'm seeing my mom at the table, counting out money, seeing her, like, count it out and end with like just $50. The house that I lived in, 9 or 10 people in there, half of them on drugs. Used to have to spray around the bed for roaches, going to school, getting roach bites. Like, man, I ain't worried about no homework, bro. I just got bit by 6 roaches. Like, I'm not worried about no homework, bro. Something gotta change, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, something gotta change.
To keep him safe from the streets, they channeled his limitless energy into basketball. The court was his sanctuary.
Self-understanding, he's a great listener. You know, he pays attention to detail. And also, our upbringing with our mom has just really been instrumental to, you know, the whole family. Me, Derrick, my older brother Dwayne, and Alan. You know, and it's just like a family of love. You know, and the way we did things, some people kind of didn't like the way we did it as a family, but it paid out the right way.
But there was a contradiction in his soul. On the court, he was a violent dunker, playing with a terrifying silent rage. Off it, he was painfully shy, quiet, and humble, a mama's boy who hated the spotlight. This duality defined him, a killer instinct wrapped in a gentle heart. His brothers were his first hype men and toughest critics, forging his unparalleled competitive drive. In Chicago, he was a myth before he was a man. Winning a state title at Simeon High made him a local legend.
For me, my family was always there for me, where I wasn't a bad kid. I went to school, came home, played basketball the whole day, did my homework at night. I was always at the park. I was always working on my game, playing around somewhere around the neighborhood, but you could always find me by the court. It'd be snowing, get a shovel, go up there, shovel one side of the court to the other side. Now I got a whole court. And the older guys, they really took basketball serious in my neighborhood. I went, the park that I grew up in was Murray Park. That's so crazy, they nicknamed it Murder Park. They was protecting me. I was the young guy, I had those expectations ever since I was younger.
The media anointed him the hometown hero, the #1 overall pick destined to resurrect the Chicago Bulls in the post-Jordan era. The pressure was immense, but he just played. He won Rookie of the Year by being faster, stronger, and more fearless than anyone predicted.
Stave that off. There's Rose. I tell you what, you saw Mr. Evans right there. He did not want to get over there and try to challenge Steve.
What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3? It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
By his 3rd season, he wasn't just a star, he was a supernova. At 22, Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history.
He was in his prime. Can nobody touch him, bro. Nobody, I don't care.
That year, he was untouchable.
Finds a cutting Rose for the two-hand stop.
The fear that he put in people who played against him, the top guys, I would see fear in their eyes all the time.
I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with.
Just want to say thank you. It's been a long year. This right here is for the city of Chicago more than anything. Thank you. I appreciate it. I remember coming training camp saying that I wanted to be MVP. I wasn't trying to be cocky at all. I knew that I put a lot of hard work in the summer, in the off season, and I just wanted to push myself. And that was about it.
He didn't just win games, he delivered moments of pure awe. Chicago was electric. He wasn't Michael Jordan, he was something new, a point guard with the power of a center and the heart of the city he represented. His MVP numbers tell the story: 25.0 points, 7.7 assists, 4.1 rebounds per game. He led the Bulls to a league-best 62-20 record. He possessed a rare combination of top speed and explosive vertical leaping, making him, according to sports science, the fastest player in the NBA with the ball. And then, with 1 minute 22 seconds left in a playoff game, the unthinkable, a simple jump stop, a non-contact move he'd made 10,000 times, but this time his knee buckled, he went down, the arena fell silent, he had torn his ACL, the coronation was over, the long night had begun.
Like, I remember coming down, I think I made like a jump hop to like a pass.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee, and down.
I remember passing the ball and feeling like my ACL tear a little bit. It didn't tear all the way, it tore a little bit. So when I went down on the floor, after I threw the pass, I went down on the floor. Right when I like laid down and put my hands over my head, I felt it tear a toe, like it totally tore. My leg just started shaking. I didn't know what was going on. I was stunned. I didn't know where the I was at. All I thought about was people just talking. You could hear like the whole arena. People just whispering all around.
When that happens, I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Like, get up. When he doesn't get up and he's walking off, man, it crushed me.
I remember walking to the back to get a X-ray. The X-ray, of course, didn't do anything. They needed an MRI. Get to the MRI machine. I'm not crying this entire. I get to the MRI machine. I started to cry because that was the first time I was by myself, and it hit me. Like, damn, what happened if this is tore? After getting out the MRI machine, they told me that it was tore and just breaking down. Like, I couldn't believe it. I break down crying. My mom there, she's trying to help me. For a 22-year-old, 23-year-old that just won MVP award, to have something drastically just happen to you like that, like, it can f you up, especially if you don't talk to anyone. And at the time, I wasn't talking to anyone. I thought I was strong enough to hold it to myself or hold it in, and it was killing me. I hear people, I totally get it. Like, damn, if he would have took him out, he wouldn't have got injured. At the same time, I jumped in the air and came down wrong. I believe in God. I can't complain about anything. Yeah. This injury could have been worse. Like, why did I, could have been totally different. Why I didn't slow down just to go past and get, you know what I mean? I f***ed up, or it was meant to happen.
In Chicago, it felt like a collective heartbreak. The hope was extinguished. The media narrative immediately shifted from dynasty to tragedy. Headlines asked, will he ever be the same? Rival fans, who once feared him, now debated if his reckless style was to blame. The world saw a star vanish at his zenith.
Been through a lot of stuff before, and I handled it pretty good just growing up. But this right here is just gonna push me and make me work harder even more.
What followed was a brutal odyssey of rehabilitation and repeated betrayal by his own body, a torn meniscus in his right knee, another in his left. He was traded, waived, and doubted. The Bulls, the city that adored him, moved on. Derrick Rose became a basketball journeyman, a former MVP fighting for bench minutes, his name a synonym for what if. The obstacles weren't just physical. He battled deep depression, contemplating retirement. The mental hurdle of trusting his body again was a mountain in itself. He had to reinvent his game, trading explosive athleticism for crafty finishes, a reliable three-point shot, and veteran savvy.
I'm going through it. You know, you go through the rehabs. You're the only one that's going through that, bro. Like nobody else, your family members, nobody else is. You feel like you by yourself, like the entire time. Nobody going through it but you. Mentally having to deal with like, I'm never gonna be the same. Like I'm never gonna be the same, bro. Can I play through this pain? Because every day it's not gonna be like pain free. When you're dealing with an injury, can you play through the pain?
Then, on October 31st, 2018, as a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves, magic happened. Dropping floaters, hitting threes, driving with echoes of his old self, Derrick Rose scored a career-high 50 points. As the final buzzer sounded, he collapsed into tears on the bench, an ocean of pain and perseverance released in one cathartic moment.
What does it mean to you, Derrick?
Man, everything, man. I worked my ass off, bro. I wouldn't have did this for the franchise, the organization, the fans, everybody, man. I wouldn't be able to play the way I play, man.
That 50 stamped me, though. Like, it stamped me again in the league. People think you're going to get that 50 in your prime. So to get it, that 50 at the end, to get your high at the end of your career, it kind of took people back. Like, damn, he still had something left in the tank.
Man, everything happened for a reason. That's how I feel. Like, I come in, I work my butt off every day. And the last couple of years, I've just been looking for an opportunity to go out there and play the way that I normally play.
That night, the entire basketball world wept with him. His peers called it the greatest moment in sports.
That's why our game is so unbelievable, because even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day. And Derrick Rose showed why he's still a superhero.
Fans everywhere, not just in Chicago, celebrated not a victory, but a triumph of the human spirit. He was no longer a tragic figure, he was the embodiment of resilience. As one rival executive said, he earned the right to do this his way.
Every time I touch the court, it's history. That's how I feel about it. And I feel like my fans and the people that watch, they can relate in some way. I mean, the people that really care about me. Everybody go through adversity in their life at some point, especially some point in their career. It's all about how you take on that adversity. And I feel like I'm mentally tough, and I know that I work on my craft. It kills me when people try to predict my career when they can't even predict the weather. How are you going to tell me what my career is going to be when you can't tell me if it's going to snow or rain tomorrow? Makes no sense to me.
So, what is the legacy of Derrick Rose? It is more complex and more beautiful than any trophy could capture. Yes, he is the youngest MVP in history, a permanent answer to a trivia question. But his true achievement is becoming the sport's most profound lesson in grace. He teaches us that a career is not a straight line, but a path with deep valleys, that your worth is not defined by the version of you at your peak, but by the courage you show in the climb back. He went from franchise savior to injured star to veteran mentor, forever beloved not for what was lost, but for the heart he never lost. He is Englewood's son, Chicago's joy, and basketball's enduring symbol that sometimes the most inspiring victory isn't a championship, but a comeback.
Overnight, one of the greatest basketball players to come out of Chicago is hanging up his jersey and his Adidas.
Yeah, big announcement this morning from Derrick Rose on social media that he is retiring from the NBA after 16 seasons. As part of his announcement, Rose actually took out some full-page ads in each of the markets he's played for, thanking the game of basketball.
I gave my all to the game. That's one of the reasons I could step away and be happy with stepping away and not feel any resentment or
feel down about it.
In my opinion, Derrick Rose is definitely top 10, easily. You know, could be top 5.
He was Chicago, and I don't care his run at his peak. If you're from Chicago, you want it to be that. You want it to be the number one pick from the Bulls, having that building rocking the way that he did. No, the hope was real, and the hope all around the city.
Being the MVP carries a lot of responsibility. The way you handle yourself through all of that, that's what I'm inspired about. You always put your city on your back, and you carried that with you. You're not only the MVP, you're the people's champ. You're the people's champ. And that's why they put in that #1 in the Raptors, bro.
Anytime you see me cry or show emotion like that, it comes from a place of appreciation, of knowing where I came from.
He was a painfully shy guy, so you didn't see an arrogance to him in the way he conducted himself.
Like, I never wanted fame, none of that.
I hate fame.
I always been that way where, like, my mom always put in my mind, like, man, no matter how good you say you are, you think you are, you still the same person as everyone else. So that's something that she always ingrained in me. And just because I hoop, they don't make me any better than anybody in this room.
I mean, I don't look at myself as like other people look at me. I still see myself as Pooh off of Englewood.
Was Derrick Rose's MVP peak the most electrifying you've ever seen? Where does his story rank in sports history for pure resilience? Share your memories in the comments and subscribe to Celebrate Men for more deep dives into the legends who define an era.